Suprabhatam friends, welcome to my channel Plants and Me. This is Dr. Sridevi from Mangaluru, Karnataka, India. Yesterday's cyclonic rains have played havoc with the plants. There was lots of breeze, and because of the breeze, one of my adenium plant was thrown off the stand. What havoc these cyclonic rains have done. One of my big adeniums pot fallen here, and that pot again is fallen. Oh my god, even this pot. There was a plant in this pot, I don't know where it is. It's a large adenium. It's so heavy. Look at the beautiful codex which it has got. And it's a very big adenium. It's become very dirty. It was in this pot. It's about 10-inch pot, not even 10-inch. I'll have to repot this. But before that, I will give it a wash. I'll dip the leaves in this bucket of water and wash the leaves. It's become very dirty. Oh, one of the branch is broken because it fell from a height of about 3 feet. It's a heavy plant, large plant, so it's very heavy. I have washed the plant. It looks quite neat. If I don't wash, the mud will stay there and it will invite fungal infection. I am also washing off whatever is sticking on to the roots. This plant originally came in coco peat. I bought this plant 2 years ago and it was in coco peat and sand mixture. I'm washing off all the coco peat. I'm not a big fan of coco peat, that's why I'm washing it off. As long as this coco peat was there, I was very careful with the watering schedule. I think the cyclonic rain has been a blessing in disguise for me, because otherwise I wouldn't repot it. I'm scared to touch this plant. It's a beautiful plant with dark red flowers. It's quite heavy. The plant is quite heavy. This confetti I only had put last time when I repotted it. Repotted in the sense I just removed it. I retained the coco peat and sand. I just added little more sand and this confetti. It was lying around. Confetti is a very good medium to give aeration and drainage to the plant. So I added that. Otherwise, other than that, repotting in the sense it was not like this detailed repotting. The coco peat has gone to a larger extent. It's still there in some of the crevices. I'll take another bucket of water, add antifungal and dip this roots and codex in that bucket. This is a 14-liter bucket and I will be adding 7 grams of, approximately 7 grams of antifungal. The rule is for 1 liter 1 gram of antifungal. So this is half a bucket of 14 liters. That means this is around 7 liters of water. So this is 5 grams and this is about 2 grams. I am mixing it. I filled only half of the bucket because when I dip the plant in this, the water will come up and it will spill out. So I have filled only half of it. I am giving it this antifungal treatment because the roots got exposed. So water level has come up and whatever cocoa peat and coconut chunk are there in this, that will also get separated. I am going to leave this for 10 minutes. There is one more plant which got uprooted, adenium. I am going to put this also in this bucket so that it gets antifungal treatment. The water will get absorbed by the roots and it will go into the system. So that will act as antifungal. For adeniums, the rule is that the pot which we take, it shouldn't be too big, because too big pot will have lots of potting mix in it. Whether you choose a sandy mix or whatever, there will be lot of potting mix in it and that will retain a lot of moisture in it and that might cause root rot. So the rule is don't take a big pot. I am going to repot in this same older pot. Only thing is I will be taking new potting mix. Adeniums are caudiciform plants. That means they have a caudex. I will show you. That's a big heavy plant, so I won't be removing that. So this is the caudex. This is the actual stem. This is the caudex and this stores moisture and water in it. The potting soil has to be made according to that caudex. Already water is being stored in it. So what I am going to do is, I am going to prepare a cactus type of potting mix in it. So this is the normal garden soil. This is the sand and vermicompost. The garden mix and the soil, they are 1:3 proportion, and vermicompost and the sand, they are in equal proportions. So that is my usual potting mix for cactus. I am going to mix all this, and to this I am going to add bone meal and Epsom salt. So this is an 8-inch pot. I am adding just more than 15 grams. It's around 20 grams. That was bone meal. And 15 grams of Epsom salt. That's all approximate. And I am going to add 5 grams of antifungal also. Already I have soaked the plant in antifungal water. There is a stone here. I am going to retain that. I am mixing this properly. This pot is a really very good pot for adenium. There are large holes here and there is a drainage at the edge also, edge of the bottom. So it's a very good pot for adeniums. There will be adequate drainage of water. This potting mix is really very loose and it's sandy. I prefer a sandy mix for adeniums. I am going to fill this in the pot. The plant is soaking in antifungal water already for the past 10 minutes. I have filled about 1/3 of the pot. I will now take out the plant from that water, antifungal water. It needs to go inside the pot. We have to calculate how much inside it has to go. If it goes this much, then the Cordex will be totally inside the potting mix. So that is not required, that is not good. It has to come a little bit up. So I have to pour more potting mix. I have to fill about half the pot. Now I'll keep this plant inside the pot. This is perfect. I'm going to fill the remaining potting mix in this. I'm pushing the potting mix at the sides like this and fixing the plant. I had to prepare the potting mix twice because I couldn't get a proper idea of how much potting mix I might require for this plant. So I have finished repotting this. This is quite stable now. But cyclonic winds, they are so strong that any fixed plant, big trees are uprooted. So this plant now is stable in this. I am going to water this plant. Just a little bit so that the mix settles down. That's it. If I water it too much, the water will drain out of the drainage holes and then whatever I put, antifungal etc. will get washed off. Sunlight requirement, it requires full sun. Whole day full sun would be much better for better flowering. It will give numerous, humongous amount of flowers. It would be better if I keep it on terrace, but there is no place on the terrace. So I'll keep it here in front of my entrance there. That is about sunlight. Water requirement, it doesn't require much watering. If you water it once in 10 days, it's more than enough. The potting mix should become completely dry. But once you water, whole potting mix should get wet. That is the rule and that is the trick. Once if I water it today, I have already watered it, I would water it next Wednesday or Thursday. Today is Tuesday. So next Wednesday or Thursday, I would water it. Then fertilizers, Vermicompost I have already put. Bone meal and Epsom salt are also there. Bone meal and Epsom salt will help the plant for flowering. Vermicompost will give the required nutrition for the plant. So that is about repotting adenium. I would be doing the same procedure with this tiny cute plant, but I would be repotting in a smaller pot. This was a big pot. I don't want, that time only this was available, so I potted in that. I would be taking a smaller pot. This will be just correct. There won't be much potting mix in it. So when repotting adenium, this is the whole cortex and the root system. About 1/3 should go into the potting mix. So if you divide this, this is one part, the second part, third part. So about 1/3, that means till here it should go inside. Don't put this whole cortex in the potting mix. This will rot. Adeniums are prone for root rot and stem rot, mainly the cortex. So whenever we are repotting or potting an adenium, we should see to it that the cortex doesn't go into the potting mix too much. It should be above. Like in this case, this is the whole cortex. Up to this is the whole cortex. So 1/3 of the cortex can go inside. And from the cortex to the root, 1/3 can go inside. The remaining 2/3 has to be outside. Too much of humidity, too much of rain usually cause root rot and stem rot in adeniums. One more tip is that when the flowering will come at this tip. Once this flowering gets over, you have to snip off the flowers, because the dead flowers, they'll rot, and that will cause the tip to rot. That will lead to stem rot. If this gets too much soaked in water, this will cause root rot, this will cause stem rot. So we have to be careful about both root rot and stem rot. Watering, as I said, we have to reduce. So that is about the tips for saving adenium. As I was handling this plant, this tip broke. What I would do is, I would snip off this and apply antifungal to the tip. This open tip is an invitation for fungal infection, so it will cause root rot. So I have applied antifungal to the tip. There is one more cut. I am applying antifungal to those. That was the repotting of adenium. Thanks for joining. Take care. Bye.